What's going on, YouTube? It is official Angel Rincon, and this is my first ever Q&A video. So I've always wanted to do this, and now I finally can. And I figured I should do it, especially now seeing on my Wrestling Memes Instagram account, I have more than 15,000 followers. So now is the premier time to do it. And so I'll go ahead and get to the questions that were asked on my Instagram, and I will discuss them with y'all and everything. Alright, so the first question comes from @TysonKid450. Would you like to become a WWE superstar when you're older? I think I would if I really did chase after the opportunity. I mean, I talked about it when I was a little kid too, but it's not really what I'm looking at right now. Right now I'm looking into getting into video game designing and stuff, and stuff that has to do with technology, seeing that is basically what the future is going to be. So, but I mean, if I really did strive and work to that goal, then I would love to become a WWE superstar. Next one comes from @RaymondGarcia10. Did you expect your Instagram to get this many followers? Well, not really, but at the same time, I didn't exactly doubt myself. I kind of was hoping to reach at least 1,000, and now let's go for 2,000. Let's try to go for 10,000 maybe. But what I'm trying to say is, I didn't really doubt myself. I figured it could happen. It's a great possibility that it could happen, but it's just I can't really see it right now. That's what I said when I first created the Instagram. But it's really successful so far, and I'm happy with it. I love it. Okay, next one comes from @ALH813. Do you think WWE should mention Chris Benoit? Okay, I mean, yes, I think they should. He was a great wrestler. Now, before any of you guys jump on me and shit, like I said before, I loved him as a wrestler, the guy he was in the ring, but of course, nothing justifies what he did that night in 2007. But I mean, they should. I would love for them to mention, but I don't know. That's something that the WWE decided to do, which is erase him from history. But I would love for them to mention the main event of WrestleMania 20 and stuff. But I don't know. They're not doing it right now. But I don't know if they will in the future. Only hope for Chris Benoit to get mentioned is after McMahon passes away and Triple H has full control of the company. Next one is @LoganSpider. He asked me who would be your best friend in WWE, and I replied back to him what exactly do you mean? He said who would you hang out with and have a cold one with? Well, when you put it like that, have a cold one with, I guess the person from WWE that I would love to definitely drink a beer with is Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, who wouldn't want to drink a beer with Austin? Unless you're straight edge. Then I'm sorry. Then I don't mean to offend you or anything. I don't have anything against people who drink or don't drink, or people who smoke or do smoke or don't smoke, but this one comes from @WWE_is_war. Are you straight edge? Not exactly. I mean, I'm not a drug addict, but I have smoked before. But even when I wasn't doing it all that much. So I haven't done it lately. I kind of do say to other people that I did quit, since I haven't done it in more than 6 months actually. But I drink at times, and I don't, and I try to drink to an extent, not going too far and stuff. But yeah, I'm not exactly straight edge, but at the same time, I'm not like an addict or a drunk, and I don't have anything against people who are, and whether you're straight edge or not, I can get along with you. Next comes from @WWE_Y2J The Miz. If you could team with any WWE superstar, past or present, who would it be? I'd love to be in a tag team with my all-time favorite, Shawn Michaels. Of course, a lot of you guys who subscribe to me on YouTube or who even follow me on Instagram or Twitter, y'all know that Shawn Michaels is my all-time favorite. So yeah, that's that question. This one comes from @funny WWE. Do you like chili dogs? Love them. Chili dogs are the shit. Yes, I don't like them. I love them. You can bet on that. Do you think this one comes from @YesItZach? Do you think the Great Khali is tight? Okay, so basically, do I think the Great Khali is cool? Let me get my Ambrose ready. Let me get my Ambrose face ready. Nope. I mean, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of Khali. You know, if anything, he was just better when he was a heel. This one comes from @SuppetsLee33. Who would Benoit feud with if he was alive today? Well, I can tell you who I'd love for him to feud with. I'd love to see him feud today with CM Punk or Daniel Bryan. Of course, I was there at Night of Champions 2007 when CM Punk was supposed to face Chris Benoit, and that never happened. And of course, we see Daniel Bryan. What an amazing athlete! You know, he does moves just like Chris Benoit, if you notice. This past Monday night on Raw, when he was fighting Ryback, he did a headbutt. He did a diving headbutt, just like how Chris Benoit does it. And so yeah, I'd like to see him feud with either Punk or Bryan if he was still alive. Next comes from @Louis TNN Sports. Which wrestlers, inactive, competing in NXT, TNA, or ROH, would I like to see back in WWE? So inactive, I'd like to see Tyson Kidd come back. I don't know if Ted DiBiase is inactive or not, but I'd like to see him, you know. NXT, Bo Dallas. You know, I'd like to see him come back in WWE. I was really looking forward to the feud between him and Wade Barrett, but that only lasted about, 2 weeks or less, unfortunately. From TNA, I'd like to see Kurt Angle come back to WWE. Of course, Kurt Angle, one of my all-time favorites. And ROH, Shelton Benjamin. You know, Shelton Benjamin should really be credited for his career in WWE. I mean, you know, he should have gotten even better opportunities. I mean, yeah, I know he's been United States champion, Intercontinental champion, but I don't know. But I'd love to see him come back. I'd love to see Shelton Benjamin, the gold standard, come back. Okay, this one comes from Starlito XO, Starlito XO, something like that. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce it right, but you probably know who you are. Which Stone Cold match was better? His match at WrestleMania 13 or WrestleMania 14? I think I'm gonna say WrestleMania 14 better, and not just because, well, not just, but not because he won, but I just think it was better by just a tad. His match against Bret Hart was great, but I think the 14 one was better by just a tad. You know, I mean, it basically started the Attitude Era. That's basically the beginning point of the Attitude Era right there. This one comes from @Shield4Life. Favorite movie? This isn't just one movie. This is a series of movies, but the Godfather series. I gotta say, I watched all three, but I can't remember too much of the third one. But I love the Godfather trilogy. I mean, it is great, and I totally love to see it again. I haven't seen any of them in 2 years, I think. I gotta watch it again. This one comes back from the same person who asked about the Stone Cold match. What was the best WrestleMania stage so far, in my opinion? Well, I'm glad he asked that now, after April 7, 2013, because I honestly think that the 29 one, NYNJ, was the best. Before that, I was somewhere in between, X7 or 24. Those two were good stages, too. I made a top 10 or no top 15 WrestleMania stages video not too long ago, but I kind of BS'd on it a little bit. And if I could re-update it, I kind of rearranged the orders and put 29 NYNJ as number one. This comes from at Peter Ruiz 166. What's your favorite finisher and why? My favorite finishing moves come from Stone Cold and The Rock. The Stunner, I mean, I really like that finisher. I guess I always do it on my friends when I'm wrestling with them and everything. And the best one for me to do when I'm wrestling in the pool with my friends is the rock bottom. I always do the rock bottom in the pool. But another one I guess I kind of like is the skull crushing finale. I like that a little, but not too much as I do the rock bottom and the Stone Cold Stunner. This comes from at Clyde25XX. Who would win in a tag team match between Chris Jericho and Triple H versus Team Hell No? I'd say Y2J and Triple H on that one. I'd go with those two. This one is from at Batista Bomb Boom. Who's your favorite wrestler and why? From WWE, TNA, and NXT. Well, WWE, definitely Punk and Bryan. And those are definitely my two favorites from WWE. TNA, I like Aries and Angle. And then NXT, Bo Dallas. So I like Punk and Bryan because those two always had great chemistry with each other, and their ROH matches are just great. And so is Aries' ROH matches. And then you got Kurt Angle, an Olympic gold medalist who could take it to the next level. What an amazing athlete he is as well. And then Bo Dallas, I started seeing him compete in NXT earlier this year, like a little bit before the Rumble. And, I think he did good in the Rumble, and I was hoping to see a feud between him and Wade Barrett, but I don't know. But Bo Dallas has got to be my NXT guy. This one comes from at Tobuscus Fan 879. Do you have PS3? Yes, it is Cash Money Hero 87. It'll be in the comments below. This one comes from at Matamoska 909. WWE 12 or WWE 13? Definitely WWE 13, definitely. At WWE Memes 25. Who do you wish would return to WWE? Well, look at my answers for that I gave to at Lewis TNN Sports. The one about which superstars would like to see return. Look at my answers for that guy. At Zach Feathers ass, favorite WWE moment. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and give my favorite match. I've decided between my favorite matches. I have many favorite matches, but probably WrestleMania 28, the end of an era. I mean, what can I say? That just stole the show for me. That was the highlight of the night, and I watched it over and over again, and it is a great match. Loved it. At Raymond Garcia 10, favorite Attitude Era moment. I'd probably say when Stone Cold came out on Raw before WrestleMania 15, and he gave The Rock, Vince McMahon, and Shane McMahon a beer bath. I mean, once again, that's like we talk about stuff like that we've never seen before, and that was something we hadn't seen before up until that point, and that was a really amazing moment. This one comes from at WWE Fan 2000. Which WWE moment made you want to punch a hole in the wall? This didn't make me want to do it at the night of the event, but probably the night after. I think maybe The Rock winning at the Royal Rumble. Now, I do love The Rock. I grew up off The Rock, so I can never exactly hate him. I grew up off of him, but just like my friend Jacob Telez said, he shouldn't just walk in and get a title shot whenever he wants. What they could have done at Raw 1000 is have a battle royal to see who faces Punk at Royal Rumble, and they could have The Rock as a surprise entrant, and he could have won. They could have done that, but he shouldn't just walk in and get a title shot whenever he wants, despite how much I like him. Most disappointing moment in WWE. Okay, this one comes from at the Myco. Kind of the same thing as what WWE Fan 2000 just asked, but I'll give another one. Probably Fandango versus Jericho at WrestleMania 29. Now Jericho is good at putting people over, but I mean, that was Fandango's first match. Like, why are you gonna try to put him over that early? You know, and Fandango shouldn't be getting as big of a push as he is getting right now. You know, here's Jericho, a guy who beat The Rock and Stone Cold on the same night. He competed in the first ever Elimination Chamber. He fought CM Punk last year at WrestleMania, and now here he is against Fandango at WrestleMania 29. I just didn't think that was really that good of booking. This one comes from at Ryuk Shinigami, spelled R-Y-U-K, and then the second word is S-H-I-N-I-G-A-M-I. I don't know how to pronounce that, but you ask Jeff Hardy or Edge? Edge on that one. I do like Hardy, but Edge has accomplished more. But they were, of course, involved in my favorite WrestleMania moment, which was the mid-air spear. From the same person. Who did I think would never make it big? I honestly got to say that I doubted The Miz. But as he changed his attire and his personality and maybe even his entrance music, to be honest, you know, I kind of started to like him. And, you know, I doubted him, but what can I say? He's made it. This one comes from @LiamGreen1024. Who should end the streak? I honestly don't think it'll ever end, but if anybody does end it, I'm going to say it'd either be John Cena or Chris Jericho. @Luis Rambeo loves Maruchan. Who deserves the big push? I can think of a bunch of guys, you know, Alex Riley, they had him going somewhere at one point. Same with Ted DiBiase. And Cesaro wasn't even on the card at WrestleMania. You know, those are a few of many guys I can think of that I would like to see get a push. And what was my favorite WWE show ever? I can't really decide because I grew up watching a lot of SmackDown, and SmackDown was really good, but, you know, SmackDown just died recently. And Raw is better, so I can't really decide in between that, you know. @WWE Divas Land. Who is underrated or overrated? Okay, underrated, I gotta say Cesaro. You know, they need to push him more. He wasn't on the card at WrestleMania despite being the U.S. champion. They should have put him on there. I'd love to see him face Jericho. I'd like to see that instead of Jericho versus Fandango. Overrated, I know I got his poster on my wall, but I gotta say John Cena. I mean, and don't jump on me or anything. I don't exactly hate Cena, you know, because I grew up liking his whole Thugonomics and Chain Gang thing. But, you know, they need to try something new with him. And like I said, they should turn him heel, but thanks to Make-A-Wish, that probably won't ever happen. @Misfit for Life. Who's better? Punk, Ziggler, or Bryan? Ziggler's good, and I like him, but he's nowhere near Punk and Bryan's level. I gotta side Punk and Bryan for honestly the best. I mean, but Ziggler's just not as good as them. And then our last one comes from @Matamoska909. Do you think Payback will be good? I'm kind of. I mean, I'm looking forward to Punk and Jericho, obviously, and definitely, what's it called? The 3 Stages of Hell. I mean, I haven't seen 3 Stages of Hell in forever, so, you know, I'm looking forward to that, too. A little. Not as much as Punk versus Jericho, though. So, anyway, that's all for my Q&A video. And, yeah, so follow me on Instagram. I'll put those below, and I'll put the new Instagram page that was created today on below as well, and my PS3 name. This is my Q&A video. I'll do another one sometime soon, but as for now, this is Official Andrew Rincon, signing out.